Hi guys, it's Crafty K-Bug, and today I'll be showing you how to make this crochet Minecraft block. This is a little bit different than just a square crochet. I did some different things to make it much different than just crocheting a block of something. I tried to make the corners somewhat sharp so it looks more Minecraft-ish. And if you want to know how to make a 3D one, then the link is in the description to a tutorial that I found, and I think you'll really like it. She explains it really well, and she shows how to put like grass on the top of it too. And if you want to make a 2D one with grass, then all you have to do is use her spike stitch and do it at the top of one of these that I show you how to make now. So you can sew these on to different things and stack them up and make things with them just like you would on Minecraft. You can make these as big or small as you want and use any color to go with any Minecraft block, your favorite Minecraft block. I don't know a whole lot about Minecraft, so I can't say much about that. But that's basically all this is, and we'll get started. So to make these Minecraft blocks, you'll be needing some yarn. I'm just using regular brown yarn. This is, I believe it's sport weight. You'll be needing a hook. I have this one, it's a 4mm hook. Needing some scissors. I just have these craft scissors that I got at Hobby Lobby, and a yarn needle, which you can get at any craft store. So let's get started. So to start, I have my yarn. I'm going to make a slip knot. So remember, a slip knot's just your starting knot. So the way I do it is I make a loop, and then I went over, so I'm going to go back behind and pull the long end through. So it makes a little knot. You can adjust it, and then put your hook inside of it. So stick your hook in there. Then we can begin stitching. So you're just going to chain, so you're going to grab the yarn with your hook and pull it through the loop that you created, and then you're going to repeat that again to make the chain stitches. And you're going to make as many of these as how wide you want your block to be. So if you're going to put this on to something else or just use it as a decoration, just know the size that you want it to be. So I'm not going to make mine very long. I'm just going to make it a couple more chains long. I'm going to count that as being long enough. So I'm going to chain one more just to step up. And then I'm going to go into the second chain for my hook. So this one's the first one, and then that's the second one. It's hard to see because it's a really dark color yarn. Then you're going to pull through your chain. I'm going in both of the top two loops, but you can, whatever you're more comfortable with, you can go in just the top one or the top two. And then I'm going to pull through the other two. We're doing a single crochet, so once again go into your stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull up your two loops that are already on your hook. Go into your next one, pull up a loop, pull up the two loops that are already on your hook. You're going to do this all the way across your chain. Make sure you get in every chain and don't skip any. Keep in mind you don't have to work in your slip knot, so once you've worked in your last chain, that's all you have to do for that row. So you should have something about like this. And now I'm going to chain 3. So you're going to grab the yarn, pull through the loop, and repeat 3 times. So that's 2, and that is 3. Then I'm going to turn my work. So I just turned it around, and now I can work back the other way. So now I'm doing double crochets. This chain 3 counts as our first stitch, so we're going to skip the stitch closest to the chain 3 and go into the second one. So with this time we're going to yarn over before we go into the second chain, pull up that stitch. Now you have 3 on your hook, you're going to pull up the first 2. Now you have 2 on your hook, pull through both of them, and that should make a double crochet. and you're going to do that in every stitch across. So yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up that stitch loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 of them, and yarn over, pull through the next 2. So you're having something about like this. Once again, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull up 2 loops, and pull up 2 loops. Then do the same thing in each stitch all the way across your row. It's going to start going quicker now that we are done with working into our chains. When you're doing this double crochet row, you won't have to work into the chain at the end of the row from our step up for the single crochet row, but when you do your single crochet rows, we will work into the chain 3 because it counts as a double crochet, whereas this chain stitch does not count. So here I have one more single crochet stitch left, so make sure you get both loops. Okay, pull through the stitch and make a double crochet as usual. Okay, once you've done that, you should have something about like this, and we're going to do another row of single crochet, and we're just going to keep alternating back and forth single crochet and double crochet. So chain 1 and turn, and now you'll work a single crochet into each double crochet stitch all the way across. So you are going to go into this first one right here, because remember the chain 1 does not count as a stitch on the single crochet rows. So make a single crochet here and in each stitch all the way across the row. Alternating the stitches like this is going to give it a cool look, so it's not just a regular crochet square that is no different than any other square you might make. This one's going to be unique. It's going to look different, and I think it's kind of a cool pattern. So I have one more of the main stitches here, and then I've got this chain 3 spot right here. So I'm going to go into this top chain, go through, and then work a single crochet. Have something about like that. I'm going to do one more row with you and then I'll let you go. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, turn your work, and now we're going to do a double crochet row. So in each single crochet, skipping the first one, going into the next, we're going to do 1 double crochet. Make sure you get all of your stitches, because if you miss one, it's going to change the shape and it's not going to be a square. And if it's not a square, then it's not going to be recognizable as a Minecraft block. If you do decide to make any of these, make sure to tag me on Instagram, because I want to see what you make with these and what you build with them. My Instagram is crafty_kbug, so you can look that up. It's crafty, same way it's spelled here, crafty with a K, _kbug. Once again, make sure to go into this last stitch and get both of those loops. Okay, so now we have something about like this, and I'm going to keep going until this makes a square. You can measure it or just eyeball it. So I'll be back once I've made this into a complete square. And then here's my square thus far, and it is a square now, and I did not end on a single crochet row, but that's okay because I'm going to show you what we do now. If you did end on a single crochet row, you can ignore this step. So I'm actually going to do a single crochet row. So I'm going to step up. Even though this makes it longer than it is wide, I'm still going to do another single crochet row, because we're going to go all around this thing with single crochet in the end anyway. So make a single crochet into all the stitches across the top of your square. Make sure to go into your chain stitch at the end. Hopefully you did that on all the other rows as well. And you have something about like this. And so now, instead of like chaining one and turning, what you're going to do, chain one, you're not going to turn. But, well, you are going to turn, but instead of turning your work around like this, you're going to turn your work like this. We're going to work along this side. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go into the side of this single crochet. So into the side right there. And work a single crochet. And then I'm going to go into this chain right here. Work a single crochet. Go into this chain right here. Work a single crochet. And now I'm not going to go into the very last chain, so I'm only going in 2 of the 3 chains, and then I'm going to go into the single crochet row. You're going to go into the side of that single crochet. And you're going to do this all the way around. So work a single crochet in the first 2 chains along this side, and then in the side of your single crochet row. So 2 chains, inside of single crochet row. Do this all the way across. Once you get down to the bottom right in here, we're just going to move this string out of the way. If it's really in your way and you just can't stand it, you can always sew it in if you wanted to now instead of waiting for later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1, make your chain kind of loose. It doesn't have to be tight. Make it loose. And now I'm going to go into each one of these little chain loops that we missed in the beginning. So each one of those bottom chain loops, you can't see it really well on camera, but I worked into the top 2, you remember, on my chain row. So there's 1 loop still not worked in, and that's the loop I'm working in. If you only worked in your top loop of your chain when you did your first row, then you're going to have 2 to go through, and go through both of those because it'll make your single crochet more secure. So just do whatever works for your piece, and it will get this pretty much the same result. So just make sure to get 1 stitch in every stitch all the way across, and I'm to the chain at the end of the row now. So here, this one's kind of already straight on this side, but we're going to do the same thing we just did. So make a nice loose chain, and then go in here. So you got this chain stitch right here, go in, work a single crochet, and then you're going to go into the side of your double crochet, work your stitch, the top of your double crochet, work your stitch, and then the chain of your single crochet row. That's going to be right in here. If you have to, you can kind of go in pretty deep to get in there. Now on the side of the double crochet, then the top of your double crochet, and then your single crochet row. And this is guaranteeing that we will keep the same number of stitches on either side. And even if you don't, it's still okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's still going to come out looking the same. So once you're back up top here, I just worked into that chain of that one. You've got where you started this whole thing, chain 1, since you just worked into that chain, slip stitch into the top of the first one, first single crochet you did, slip stitch there. If it's not square for you, if it's not high enough, then you could always do another row single crochet, but it might look a little bit tacky, so I don't want to do that. So this is mine, so I'm going to chain 1 to fasten off, and I'm going to cut a long tail. I'm not actually going to attach this to anything, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to cut a long tail, but you cut a long tail so you can sew it onto something. So just tie that knot there, and then you can sew in this end with your yarn needle, and you have your square. So that's the Minecraft block, and I hope you like it, and if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below this video. And if you make one, tag me on Instagram like I said. My Instagram is crafty_kbug, and subscribe here on YouTube so you can insert your name after crafty. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!